Hi, this is me at Get Real. I'm losing the light here, and I gotta do a lot tomorrow. Tomorrow I gotta take my kid to school at 11, and I've cried for 2 days about this guy called T that I erased their messages off this website, and they totally disappeared. Like they either shut down their account, blocked me, or went into hiding. And now I was like searching. I was like, God, take it back, take it back. Something, and this is really bad. At like 3, 4 a.m., I said this the last two videos, I keep stopping the videos. Something made me say, I don't feel right for like 3, 4 days. And I had another day, where I had another day where I said I was gonna wait a week, like from like Saturday, whatever it was, about a week, and then delete the conversation because it wasn't going anywhere, and I was getting really like attached. I felt like there was a connection, and then I just woke up and couldn't sleep, and I said, I'm gonna get rid of it now. So I've been like crying like a little bit here and there, and I'm like praying and meditating, and I'm like, oh, I messed it up. Let me make a video and say, don't just abruptly do something like that. Like if you meet someone out in public, or like not in public, but like at work or school or kids function or some kind of thing where people go regularly, it's the opportunity to potentially to see that person if you kind of get in a little tiff, and you're not bound to, if I block this, I'm going to end up never seeing this person again and never being able to find their accounts because now you undid it on online dating. So I'm completely kicking myself. I felt like I was irrational and crazy. It was so bad I was thinking of lies. Oh, I don't know. I fell asleep with my device in my hand. I must have just like clicked all those X's. But I clicked X's on a lot of websites, and a couple of websites, and I X'd out a lot of conversations that were stale, and some of them were like back and forth, and I kept them open. And today I saw, this is the first time this happened, 3 conversations on one website. One was a new guy today, like 3 people has completely disappeared. It says their email is, or their account is either hiding or gone. And I was like, oh, that's intense. And so somebody on Consumer Affair was stressed out, or just got really tingy, because I made a bunch of friends online, and then their account disappeared, and their account like got closed down for no reason, like nothing derogatory, nothing weird in the pictures, nothing weird in the messages, and it just shut down like, paying members and stuff. I heard it happen a lot. No explanation. They lost all those friends. So I was in my second week of the experiment saying, well, I'll give my number to a couple people and they can have it. And if they have the number, I don't have to be paranoid that either accidentally or purposely or whatever reason somebody could, I think this is the person whose account disappeared. It says there's a message and then there is no person. It happens. So I had this guy write this on OkCupid. This guy is totally not my type. Their picture looks sleazy and almost pedophile type, sociopathic. I didn't want to judge a book by the cover because I know I get judged a lot because of my demographic or how I look. And this person also was, I don't know if they said they were looking for hookups, but whatever it was, all they were looking for was like non-monogamy. And I was like, this guy is scary looking. And so there was this long note And it starts off, oh, blah, blah, blah. Oh, let's go eat Ethiopian or this or this. I was like, what the heck is this guy talking about? And I was like, oh, it's because I'm black. And so I ended up like having this guy like, to read the message all the way through, I had to push like. So I was like, ooh, God, this guy's not my type. But you kind of like spend a lot of time. They send you an email saying someone messaged you, but you can't see it until you find them and like them. So I was like, let me read this message. And I read the message, and I was like offended because of like, oh, let's go eat something. And I was like, and this and this and this and this and I don't even remember. And so if I didn't get a message, I would have passed right away. So I said, let's just see what it is, because I don't want to judge a book by a cover. And I ended up having where, was it today? So I never responded to the message. And I was like, this guy's not my type. What should I do? And well, I was at work all day yesterday, and then I was like crying about everything. And so I went to my appointment with, I had an urgent appointment with some neighbors, or sorry, some patients, and had to make a bunch of phone calls, and we're waiting on hold, and we're using multiple phones, and blah, 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 blah. And I ended up, so I didn't answer the first message. There was, and I've done this to people where I'm like, hello, are you there? I could see you, blah, blah, blah. And they just like ignore it. And I'm just like, oh, maybe they didn't, because I miss messages from people, like legit, I miss messages. As sometimes you like the person, you go back and forth, and it's like some of the messages got swallowed up in the conversation because it was not like texting, it was just like going back and forth so rapidly that it got in a weird, like it didn't, like maybe they messaged me before I sent this message, so all I see was this one, then I didn't see these, like, oh shoot, which actually happened to the person that I'm crying over. And I ended up, is this year's taxes? What is this? I donated cat food. What the heck did I? I was like, where the heck did I get cat food? I think I know. That's a weird thing to donate. Oh, I think, it was a Free Friday download. Oh, God, that's crazy. I was like, somebody's cat needs this food. That's funny. In the food pantry. They do take dog and cat food, which is usually one donor. Anyways, that's a different story. Or like bags, sorry. I'm going to say like big bags. So you have to take this cotton, scoop it up, Ziploc bag, and put it in the right container. Because for some reason, sometimes the dog and cat food looks the same. I'm going to read my book for a minute. So this guy I see this guy online. I'm like, I don't care. I'm not going to be stalked by anybody. And this guy, like, it's so dark, sorry. This guy, like, says hello or something, how are you, smiley face or something, and I was like, I'm ignoring this. And I kind of like multitask. It's like, oh, I look at something at 6 in the morning, it's on my phone, I might still be logged in at 12 at night and not even realize it. I'm going back and forth like that, or turn on one, turn on another. And I go to see another message, like, hello, good morning, and I was like, oh, I sent one to someone before and they ignored me, and I got mad. And I was like, oh, I'm not going to delete this person. And then they're like, can you go on a date with me on Saturday? I didn't even remember what it said. Blah, 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 blah. And then they're like, you seem to be online a lot. Are you really that busy, or do you just not have any interest in it? That's like going on and on and on. Excuse me, sorry. It's like I had like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 messages. I never responded once. So I'm sitting here feeling like a jerk, crying about somebody that I feel in my heart was either catfishing me, or, and if that other guy was catfishing me, he did a daggone good job to try to trick me. And I felt like in my heart, if you have a suspicion that someone's like sometimes you don't care if someone's a player, or you're not their mommy, you're not gonna, like, if you want to go be played or hang out and have a good time, you might have a good time with somebody. Doesn't mean you need to be their significant other and have them cheat on you or whatever. Doesn't mean you have to, whatever, you never know. But it's like something in my heart is like, something's not right, I don't know what it is, just end it. And I was like, crap, what are the consequences of this? And so that's why I've been like crying, because I felt like I was trying to think maybe this guy was busy with work and kids and travel and stuff, and I feel sick. But part of me still feels like I'm being catfished a little bit. Part of me is like, oh, it could have been the love of a lifetime. But in my heart, during prayer and meditation, it's like, this person, there's something wasn't right, and that you would have been in more distress later. So it's like you have a husband or a boyfriend, long-term relationship, and they're always like, oh, that person's in the bathroom. Like, say you go in the bathroom and you forget you were to like brush your hair or something, and you like, run back in the bedroom to grab it, and they're just like close their phone, like, oh, what was that? Oh, grandma sent me this funny picture or whatever. And is my phone charged already? No. Keep getting these weird emails. That was like delayed. And so you're like, oh no, grandma's sent me this picture, this text it's only, oh, it's an inside joke. Oh, you don't need to see that. And like you would say, why all of a sudden is I'm going to the bathroom, I don't spend 3 minutes in the bathroom. He's hiding something, because I can't run back in the room to grab a brush. It's like in your heart, you're like, oh well, that grandma, she is a trip, isn't she? Or you could just be like, so like, I got a piece of my hair, it's really bothering me. So I probably should use a mirror. So you're like, I probably should use a mirror. I should probably really, really use a mirror. So you say, nah, and it's like, I've got paranoid. I don't even have any friends that are females, let alone males. And I'm thinking, oh no, that's those websites. Is this guy really protective of his phone and all this stuff? And I'm like, oh, I should probably use a mirror, because I can't see anything because I'm wearing black. And I'm just like, oh my god, this can't be right. This person was so perfect. So, except for that, I had a feeling something's not right thing. And that made it feel like get out while you can, which is what I heard, the still small voice inside when I left my ex. So I come back from my appointment, and I don't really do my morning routine. I did a little bit, and my kid had to be somewhere and all this stuff. And I ended up like getting all these messages, and I'm like, first of all, even this person would say that they were looking for friends or to spend time hanging out with people. If they weren't so sleazy, like I said, sociopathically looking, I would be like, or psychopath, sociopath, I would be a little bit more like, yeah, let's feel it out. But the first impression from what they wrote and how they wrote it was like, bleh. Like, this person may be a pedophile, or he may be on a sexual offender list. Like, that's how gross it was. Like, any person, not judge a book by a cover, but this guy was a little bit slimy looking. Like, I don't know, it's like, maybe he's tweaker and looks like one of those innocent older men. But I ended up having given somebody my Facebook, and this person contacted me a couple of times, and I gave them pictures, and they totally disappeared. And I was like, oh my god, this guy's going to use my pictures. I just got scammed. This guy used my pictures to go and he wanted me to do voice on Facebook. I was like, oh, I don't know how to do that, and I was trying to get out of it. And I just said, like, hi, this is Mia. And then I was like, okay, that was uncomfortable. And I was talking and saying no to the phone because I messed up. I was just pushing buttons and stuff was happening. I didn't know how to, like, delete it. I just pushed the button again. And since oh crap, what was I saying to myself? This is creepy. One pushed the button and someone could hear you taking a shower. Like, you're just freaked out, right? And I was like in this like adrenaline. I was like, oh god, this person's talking to me. I don't like it. I was like, oh my god, I'm scared of men. And I didn't like his avatar. It was creepy as heck, some kind of monster. That right there should have been my sign to block this person. And I got this like adrenaline rush. I was like, oh, this is exciting. This is fast paced. And then that picture got sent, and then like 3 hours goes by. I'm like, oh my god, he's gonna take my voice and my picture and do some naughty thing with it, including potentially scamming somebody out of money by using me as a catfish. I got like super freaked out. And I was like, oh, what's up? Or something, oh yeah, or something like hours later, like, oh yeah, I had to take my kids to their moms. And that's all I heard. I was like, oh crap. And I was like, this guy saw my current picture and was like, ugh. And I was like, that's why I don't want to judge somebody, because I know a lot of people wouldn't think that I was attractive. And that whole beauty from the inside is like, nobody cares. Like, nobody's really looking, like, oh, I just, like, don't even give me your picture. It's beauty from the outside, or from the inside out. And so I ended up getting a text at like 7 or 8 in the morning, the next, like, Saturday. And they're like, good morning. And I was like, good morning. Like I had to take my kid to work, so I came home, I was like, good morning, what's up? And they're like, oh, I'm at work. So I was like, okay, this guy works. And I was like, oh, I'm going to work in a little bit. And so I haven't heard from this person at all. And I was like really scared, because I got scared giving them my Facebook, because I don't use Facebook, and it's not very cleaned up, and it's supposed to be hidden. I don't know if I friended them or only messengered them. I might block them. I told myself, wait a week. Today's the 8th. Today, unless you like seriously feel like it's danger. Like if they seem like a player, of course, everyone's playing right now. You're on online dating. I don't know how to get my messenger. So I'm like, I gotta take a shower. I'm like, hold on. Okay. Active friends. Okay, so this, I never use this. I don't even know if, okay, this person is still on there, and their avatar is horrible. It's like a bad guy. It just looks scary to me. So I was like, oh my god. The night that the voice and the pictures got sent, and it's not like he sent me any pictures of himself. Which reminds me, I think I got catfished by this guy who said that his elephant and his banana plants in third world type, developing country type buildings from like Central America were in Minnesota. I was like, I've been to Minnesota before. No, I don't remember specifics. Montana, Minnesota, Nebraska, Iowa, whatever, Idaho. I don't think so. I don't think, this is too freaking cold. There's banana plants in this town. There's tropical plants in this town that people have to wrap up in the wintertime, okay? But you can tell when you see a picture the way the sky is. Like when you're in big sky, you can tell when you're in Florida. You can tell how the horizon is, whether you're next to the water or not. You can tell how the, I got a book that just sold. I hope it's on the scale. You can tell by the other stuff. Oh God, I'm like totally stalling. This person was supposed to be, I don't know if they said they were white, but they were pretty dark in the picture. There's probably catfishing. They're feeding a baby elephant, so that means there's got to be mama around, or you're at a zoo or some kind of refuge. The ground was like dirt. Like, I don't know if it's like dirt, but it's like if you see something in like certain places in Africa, certain places in Latin America or Mexico, or even like you see pictures of stuff in Russia or Ukraine, the type of plants are like little little grasses, little lichens, and like you see, you know, you're not stupid. If you see Greece, you see a different type. Spain, all about differentness. It was so weird, this commercial, the detective show, the guy's like staring at the lady's body. Not that it's weird, but it's the first time I noticed how like, obvious that was. And it's all showbiz, I understand. So, actually, I forgot that guy disappeared. I was like, should I tell him that I know he's catfishing me? And I was like, because he like kind of went off, and I was like, there's no way that's Minnesota. And he's like, why would you say something like, how could you jump to a conclusion? His English is really bad, and I was like, did he try to say he had a farm that he's traveling? I go, oh, you travel there? Like, oh yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm waiting for government assignment and all this stuff. And so I was like, whatever. All right. So this guy was, I forgot that he disappeared, but I was gonna be like, dude, I know what Minnesota looks like. This guy might bail on me. Let's see. This other guy. Okay. Alright. This guy might really bail on me. So I get this guy that looks like something interesting about my wanting to homestead, even though it's like if you want to be a homesteader and you can't afford rural land, then it's going to be an urban homesteader. So, which means I had to go out and check my plants before it gets dark. There's scary spiders outside. This guy brought up something. A couple guys brought up something about homesteading. One has a horrible, horrible picture, and I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this picture? Like, I don't want to be vain and be like, dude, can you post like a picture that, so it's just like bald with long gray hair, like medium, and the picture's stretched out like that, and they're wearing sunglasses, and like, it's like I don't know, like, I don't want to just be vain and be like, dude, like, it's just scary, you know. It's like you could take a picture of somebody and put it in your phone and text it to somebody and be like, I'm going to meet this person. If anything happens, give this to the eating nose. News first or police? I don't know. Like, news first. So I closed down the messages and unliked the guy with the long message, and I ended up like what am I trying to say here? Feeling like I was gonna make the video like, oh, missed encounters or all this stuff. Should I have just keep deleting the people that I really like? It's like, I was doing some dishes and I thought, maybe I feel like I'm not good enough. Like, these people, like, it's like, oh, something good. Oh, someone offered you this great job. It's like 3.5 days a week. You get like all this holiday and all this stuff, and you know, you get paid holiday days off and blah blah blah, and you know, they're gonna pay your insurance and your family's insurance, and you know, an actual real 401k or something, the actual 403b that actually starts, not like 2-3 years later and all this stupid. And so I was thinking in my mind that I would not. So it's a toss up. So this is the question for you guys. It's between not going like not being, if you don't have safety issues, maybe pondering that week, at least attempt to get to a week of not just deleting somebody. But you're like, if you have enough, if you like someone so much and you have something in your heart that says something's not right, I think I'm learning to listen to that. And I've been played so many times in my life, and it gets to a point where you're like, maybe everyone plays you, and you got to take a chance and just not worry about, like, it's basically saying, let's just be played, or, you know. So I'm gonna go read my book for a few minutes. I gotta get my list out. I just ate this These strawberries, they were horrible. But in the lemonade, they were good. But then again, I don't know, there's something wrong. They were not ripe. Oh, that's what's wrong. One was liquefied. I was in the grocery store last week, and they've been in the fridge. I was like, are they white? Like moles? Or is that like unripe? Oh god, I put all my mail in my office and my house. Not all of my mail. Look at all this. I don't want to show you. Not all this mail. Oh gosh. Oh, I got all this mail everywhere. So, I didn't want to make an irrational decision, but then I also thought safety and what is it you missed? You didn't meet the person and give them a big hug and have a conversation and, you know, go walk in the park. Like you didn't do any of that stuff. So you don't miss the person. It's like I missed the idea that that would have been the perfect person and now they're gone. And they didn't even dump me. I dumped them because I had a bad feeling. I ended up rewriting it and trying to see if I could have given these guys a chance to, or the two clean cut guys, if I could have given them, I gotta put money in this because I don't want it to take money, not a stagnant account. So I'm just like sitting here thinking in my mind that I was irrational and I didn't get these people a chance to explain themselves, or maybe they really were busy and I'm sitting there saying nobody's that busy. So I got in there and it's like too late what I did, and just feeling like I saved myself from a worse thing. It's really hard for me to like swallow that. It's really, really hard for me to swallow. This is the one. I was home on Friday, but I don't even remember driving. Probably my daughter changed somewhere. I don't even know if she got a ride. I had to go to my group. I had to go. I was so dead when I went in there. I was like tired. I don't want to talk to anybody. I hate when I'm like that. But it's late. Like I'm busy. I had like that first day off, but after having 2 other days off in September, I can remember. So I ended up, I'm gonna start putting this stuff in binders and just be like, mail from right now, because this is gonna end up in a pile of, wow, where'd that piece of paper go pile? Gravity pile. So I talked to this other guy who was talking about homesteading as a child, off-grid, and now they're an artist. I don't even, supposedly supposedly they don't drink or do drugs. And I'm really weirded out. This person's 3 or 4 years younger than me. They have hair. And I got afraid that this person was trying to change their way of speaking because I was black. And they also added these pictures that made them look kind of like more hip. Like it could just be what it is. Like my pictures are horrible. I'm not gonna lie, guys. My pictures are the worst. Like I was about to be like, get out a credit card and get a professional shot because you're gonna embarrass yourself. Part of me is like, these pictures are not the best, but if I meet somebody or I hang out with somebody and they see what I really look like, was plain, like now I'm like in my pajamas, like I'm in the clothes I slept in. In fact, I probably went to sleep in my work clothes. I was so tired, and the only reason that I have anything on is because I had to go drive around and go. I went to my appointment like this. It's ridiculous. I'm that type of person that's like, I'll make an effort, but some days I'm just like blah. So. But I don't make a huge effort. I don't go all out where it's like, oh, I didn't recognize you today. So now this other person is saying that they can go out at 7 weekdays. And I go, oh yeah, Mondays are good for me. So I'm thinking next Monday. And they're like, oh, I just woke up. Or I was like, it's been dark and rainy. I was like, oh, I took today off of work. Monday, I work after 7. And this person didn't say weekends. And so now I'm freaking out because this person is like, or I'm freaking, I said I'm freaking out, right? I'm like, I feel like I'm freaking out because this person is like, oh my God, by the way, it's only today, Monday, I can hang out today, October 8th, 2018. And so I'm like, I get this message back. So there was some change in dialect, and I was like, is that just urban talk? Or are they talking in slang that I actually had to look stuff up? I was like, are they saying that because I'm black? It's like, first, I was like, I'm a human being. First, it's the Ethiopian restaurant with this other guy, and then it's like this, and then there's other people that just want to hook up, and I was just like, I am who I am, and I am an individual. Oh, I should have opened this a long time ago. Oh shoot, I got until the 19th to change my modem in my office. I went to my office, I got an email from UPS saying you got a package coming. I was like, maybe one of the kids ordered something. I had freaking lucky I went to my office that week. The next day, I forgot about it. I didn't put a time. I was like thinking that day, the back of my mind, I looked out on the porch, like, there's nothing out here. I totally forgot about it, so I didn't order anything. And I forgot to ask the children, and I was like, oh, I went to my office as a boss. I didn't order anything. And then there's an Xfinity Comcast business letter saying you're not going to have internet by after the 19th. I got the device. And it sounds shady as heck. I got the device, and I was like, I opened it. I was on a lunch break, so I opened it to see what it was, and I was like, oh, I don't need that right now. So I put it in the chair and left. So I had to get back to work, my other job. And this was stuck to my door. Someone else got my mail. Our mail person at this place, I get mail from other people, but a lot of it is like somebody might be catfishing my office address or something, because I'm getting some. This office was a suite that belonged to the guy and his wife across the hall for eons, and so I don't know. They have my suite number with an A next to it. I don't know where this is coming from. And I forgot to return that other mail that people were getting invited. It wasn't like personal. It was like people were getting invited to, it could be catfish, like conferences, medicinal devices and supplies and cannabis or cannabinoid. So, okay, so this guy sounds like he's beat and that he doesn't want to hang out. So I'm going to log back in. I didn't get any emails. Nope. So I was going to say to you guys, I'm like, this person, I told my daughter, oh, I didn't say today. I said, oh, you know how you hate talking about online dating because you don't want me to do it. I go, oh, I met this guy that might want to hang out this week. He's an artist. She goes, that sounds, I don't know if she said that sounds shady or whatever. Oh, I got a message from somebody. I think it's him. New message. Oh, God. He might be bailing on me. Let's see. Oh, somebody unliked me since the last time I logged in. Alright, so let's look at the conversation. Alright, okay, no. Okay, first of all, he's like, we don't drink. We get a bunch of tasty snacks. I said we'd have to be to the store, though, because of or raw food is... I was just going to say at a store or something. He wants to hang out. I can't hang out. Like, no, this guy's looking for a hookup. I know it. I'm a raw foodist. Alright. I can't hang out at his place. I could hang out at my local co-op, though. Oh, I used my coupon already. Oh, they had a free candy bar one, too, that I could have done a survey. But then I'd have to give the candy bar to my kids, and if it's, like, dark chocolate, they're not going to eat it. I could donate it to the food pantry. Alright, I thought I got... Oh, I did get 2 messages. Listen to EDM. God, this guy is totally... Okay, let me go to his... I'm really scared right now. This guy is, like, my height. I'm not used to people being as short as me. Should I say I'm not looking for a hookup? This isn't gonna work. Guys, I'm making this video because I need input. I'm gonna put that in the thingy. My hair is like such a mess. Oh my gosh, what is wrong with me right now? So, this guy's trying to get me to his place because he's supposedly too tired from working. Everybody's tired from working. This feels shady. I thought, wouldn't it be fun to meet some guy at a grocery store, but not the stores that I frequent? And just, like, meet me in the deli at Freddy's. I'm seriously about to say that, because it's like, they have coffee shops, you can go to the store and get juice, you can go get some freaking fruit. So this guy wants me to come to his house, listen to music, eat snacks, and chill. I was like, dude, my daughter would kick my butt. Like, at least the last time, the only time I went somewhere with a guy, I was like, this guy wants a hookup, I know. The only time I was alone with a guy, I shouldn't have been alone with the guy, because I hadn't been alone with the guy since I was married, and I don't know what guys are thinking, because I'm used to being around children and helping kids be healthy and helping them as being a teacher. Like, I'm a little bit naive here. So, when I did meet that guy, though, that I'm talking about, I met him in a public place, or I met him out in a church parking lot, because I was at my group meeting, and I ended up, like, this guy could be a freaking rapist or something. What is this? I was like, oh, this is my daughter's. No, open Sirius radio. I met him in the company of another person, and this person was an older lady, and she had this guy come over to her house that they were selling, and they were able to help do some housework, and then we would hang out. Like, her husband was coming and going, and she had some other people hanging out, helping out. She was good at recruiting help. And it was summer, it was 2016, I was liberated. I was going to throw those papers all over, but I was like, whatever. And then And then I was like, I forgot about that. It's not uncommon for me to forget about stuff. And then I gave this guy my number because he was new and it was a support network. And I was like, oh, this is cool. You could be someone to contact or meet at a group. So, I mean, it's just a group. Like a public place. It's not really public, but it's kind of like a spiritual place where there's other people. Oh, shoot. What is this? What the heck is this? I have no idea what this is. Group life? No. What the heck is this? I have no idea. It doesn't say what it is. All it has is a picture of an emergency helicopter ambulance. I can't deal with this right now. What do I have to shred to get rid of this? $129. I have no idea what this is. I don't. Oh, I guess it's like AAA. Your butt to the hospital. Well, seeing as my insurance is a $13,000 deductible, I'm not going to trash that right now because yes, I always want to take a class. Oh my god, I'm not. This sounds like he wants to hook up. Last time, so this guy is older. The other guy was 10 years younger than us. That was talking about, oh, I want to hook up. He was just being like so obvious to me, but trying to pull the wool over my eyes. This guy is closer to my age, and I don't want to, oh shoot, it's getting really dark. I don't want to, get, oh god, I don't know what to do. Oh my gosh, I'm not really going to pay $487 for 4 magazines. I mean, seriously, I can't even pay the rent in my office. So, this guy is immediately asking a stranger over at his house to look at his artwork and listen to music and eat snacks. That, in my mind, you know what that leads to? That leads to being like, oh yeah, I'll hang out with your house, at your house, and chill while I sit down and you go talk to yourself in the mirror in the bathroom and come start making out with me and try to get me in your pants or whatever, getting my other way around and think that I'm going to spend the night and hang out and have a hookup and be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what that leads to. That's what, you know, how I know? Because, oh my god. This might be postponed. It's like, why would someone even ask? Like, in my mind, oh. Stranger danger. The last time somebody, so that other guy that I was talking about asked me over to watch a movie, and the thing was that I knew him and other people knew him, and I knew his mom's name and where she worked and stuff like that. Like I'm not saying that that's not going to prevent you from getting murdered, but this guy had some weird stuff happen to him, and he was mostly honest with me about it. And I feel like I'm done getting mail. There's a library, the right stuff. Oh, it's time to take this back. I'm gonna take it back. I'm gonna leave it here for now because I got all of this. So now, what is this? Activate your card. Oh, stop. This is what happens when you're gone. Like, oh god, whatever that was. This is the open dust for keyboards, not paper. I gotta go to the other side and figure out what I was dropped. If you're one of those people that works like 7 days a week, and you work from one job to the next, hopefully no one's like that, and then you end up having undone things because you look at the clock and realize that you needed to leave 3 minutes ago and that you're in the middle of something that you can't finish. So I'm going to push stop and rewind the video, or sorry, post the video, like rewind. I'm thinking so that someone can watch it. This is not working for me, this dating website. And I don't want to leave this guy on. So should I? So input needed. Should I was praying like, God, please make things happen the right way. Because this person's older, I don't want to just bring up the word hookup because then they're going to try to be like, oh, let's try to reel them in some other way. Like, this guy's a complete stranger. No text messages, no talking on the phone. I'm not going to go to their house. I don't, like, let's see if they said anything. Two, if I went to meet somebody, I thought that would be kind of fun at a grocery store and just walk around and talk and meet each other. I would feel like I don't even know if this guy is, like, my type. I would feel like that I needed to, in my mind, it would be easy. Like, if I needed to get out right now, I could go up to the store, buy some bananas. Like, I can do this at work. Do this, and sit in the deli and just chill with the book for a minute. Put my headphones on and just chill if I met somebody or had some of the... I don't have my own coworkers. Sometimes we would have two coworkers, which was fun. Whatever happened to those days? And we would chit-chat and at lunch, and it was fun. But you were supposed to stagger your lunch, so then we'd have to... I'd be like, you go first. And we only have like 10 minutes at the lunch together. It would be like get to know somebody, but it's usually women. There's a couple of guys. Get to know them. Let's see. I don't know. Oh God, this guy lives so close to me. I don't want one of the stores that I frequent. Does this guy freaking GPS me or something? Because how is he right down the street from me? Oh my God, there's nowhere to... This store up the street, I don't like it. I should go somewhere I don't like. They said don't meet guys at the places you don't like, or the place that you like, because you don't be like, oh God, what do I do? How does this guy have money? I was gonna say LOL. Was that a hiccup? This is not a hookup. I don't care. I gotta put that. This is not a hiccup. Like, what are you looking for? What is this person looking for? Help, guys. I had to say it. I had to say it. Real time. I saw clients today. Am I? I gotta say something like, he's like, I know it's not, yeah, everyone says that, but it's like, you can't come to my house, it's trash. It's like, oh my god, what if this guy is GPS tracking me? And it's like, he knows, like, how do you know? Like, oh my god, I gotta take a shower. Like, I have kids, they're not happy about me meeting strangers. Alright, which store? I'm gonna give him my number. Should I give him my number? Oh, I'm like so lazy. All the dress like, I'm going to dress like I'm lazy. Like, I'm trying to use this thing, like, I'm trying to swipe like a Android. I'm like, it's not swiping. Alright, you guys, I didn't even post this video, and I feel like I need to give you guys kind of lazy. I don't want to ask him if it's okay. I don't know. My clients and kids. Alright, I gotta go. Peace, guys. No, I can't go yet. I don't know this guy. Should I just give him my number? I'm gonna give him my number. This is shady. It's like, my son doesn't. He's talking about, everyone's talking about catfish. This, I get this stuff online. I look at this thing and I watch these girls. Like, oh my god, this happened at 20 years old. I'm 20, and this happened. This guy tricked me, or this woman tricked my god for 8 years. But I'm like, I don't know this terminology. Let me like research it. And my kids would be like, like, don't give anybody your credit card number. Don't do this. Alright, I'm giving him my number. And I'm gonna shut this thing. I gotta get in the shower. Guys, help. I need assistance. I gotta put all this stinky mail. It's not really stinky. Look, there's more mail. There's a census that I gotta do. They said it's by law. I was like, I thought it was optional. Oh, this is my sounds. I'm gonna give it to him. Alright, guys, here's what I'm gonna do. There's a fruit fly on here. I'm gonna go in the shower and brush my teeth and floss. And this is the first time I met someone off the internet since this store doesn't have as much food as I like. This is the first time I met someone off the internet since 1995. Summer of 95. I met one guy and his best friend, who's a woman, off the internet. I met some other people off this website. And those other people, was that the girl who gave me the ride? Oh my god, it might have been her. There was a meet and greet at a restaurant. And that's the first time we all got appetizers and drunk or whatever. And I looked down at the plate, and there was a green pepper with a big bite taken out of it that they served us. So it was like, Oh, it was so gross. It was like they reused the garnish. Oh my god, that's like, that is so disgusting. Like, that was one of those things like, nah, bro. Like, that's not okay. So I'm gonna go in the shower, put makeup on, brush my teeth, do my hair, put deodorant on. Do you guys understand that I said this to the kids and I'm also a physician? Safe sex. Okay. Sometimes you don't know. Even if you're a Christian or you're like Muslim and you're like, no, we don't need to talk about condoms or safe sex or wait till marriage. Even if you don't think that anything's going to happen, if something does happen, like, I'm not saying like expect to be like raped or assaulted, but if you just like decide that you feel like doing something and you're not gonna want to go get condoms, like, you're gonna want to just be like, dude, I have some in my pocket or my wallet, and you're not gonna want to go to the store. And like, I'm just saying, girls and women can be on birth control and be like, oh, just don't get pregnant. No one will know. If I get a disease, I'll just go get some medicine. And I'm just saying, like, the whole Craigslist that used to be there, safe sex, they used to have this whole thing about STDs, and they're just like, safe sex, hook up, blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to give this to my son. I got, my patient stuff needs to be locked up. And oh my god, what if I just like I'm at work? Like, when I say I'm dressed like I'm lazy, like, I am not really, like, I should just wear exactly what I have on, like this skirt. Like, I should literally, oh shoot, what is in here? Oh, someone gave me some water. Thank you. Oh, you know what? You have to be careful of this certain types of water leak versus some of the name brands. So I have stuff that needs to be locked. So, input requested. This video is so long that there's not going to be a lot of, ooh, I think it's in the printer. You know what, I'm going to staple what I have and come back. At least a staple, come back and get the rest. Okay, check stud, that's mine. Ooh, eBay. Someone ordered something from me that's got to go out first thing in the morning. This is getting filed. Let me point you up so I don't have any accidental. I just got to put all of this stuff in the file cabinet. I'm going to go in the shower and I'm going to do this. And I told my daughter, I know you guys don't like me dating or meeting people, but this lady gave me how do I use this fake voice? This lady gave me a app name. I have no idea where it is. Where you say you're going to check in. They're going to check in with you like an hour or whatever it is. And you end up having to check in with the app. And if you don't, it calls your 3 contacts that you gave. And my daughter's like, no, your phone is whack, yo. She's like, you're going to end up having the cops show up where you are. I was like, my phone is whack. Dude, I was like, my phone is so whack. I was like, I get missed calls and phone freezes up. And not only is it whack, the owner of the phone is whack. And I'd be like talking so much or doing something that I'd be like so like, okay, why did this guy LOL when I LOL? That's like just not, this guy is like, oh god, I host like chameleon. I know that there's chameleons. I called myself a chameleon, and I was reading about scapegoating narcissists, and they were talking about chameleons, and I got really scared. Oh god, I gotta go. So, this is the first, I was gonna say in 2 centuries. Once a century, Guys, that's how old I am. Once a century, I'm gonna meet somebody offline. No, this is what I was waiting for. I might walk in and be like, oh my god. And I've been eating garlic. LOL. Alright, where is my device? I call everything a device. Where the heck did I just lock it up? Where did I put it? Oh my god. Oh my god. Seriously, do not know. Really? How does one lose one's very, very important? Hey, this happened to me the other day. So this is I'm gonna end with this. I put it on here. I have to do this stuff. I put it on. Okay, so I was like trying to turn the heat down in here. I wish I could wear this clothes I have on. I'm like so dirty. When I did the Facebook thing, I was like the Facebook Messenger, and they're like, I want to hear your voice. Can you record it? Can you do this? Can you send me pictures? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, boom, boom, boom. I was like, oh, this is fun. Ah, ah, ah. And then what happens to me? What happened to me? I felt like this guy was just controlling me. I was doing stuff that felt like, oh, they're being nice. They want to get to know me. And blah, 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 blah. And all of a sudden, I don't hear from this person for like 3 more days, or whatever, however many days it is. Like, I haven't heard from this person at all, except for like Saturday morning. And I was like, oh my God, I was distant, and I opened up a part of my life that should be very private to strangers until you felt comfortable sharing something that could be associated with you and your kids, including pictures, what your business is, potential for your real name, address, all that stuff. So I said, whoa, 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 self, Mia. Note to self, Mia. You need to just be like, I don't feel comfortable doing that right now. But I also got that, oh, why just do all this lame chat about the weather and about how was work? It sucked. Oh, yeah, I'm tired. Yeah, me too. Like, why not meet in person and be like totally like, hey, do we click or not? Like, or if somebody searches me out more, they might be like, oh, she's not as cool as I thought, or I'm not very photogenic at all when I'm taking selfies, especially when you're waking up and you're in your pajamas and you just work like 60 days in a row, and you're just like, it's somebody's birthday and I'm sitting here having worn my work clothes to bed and like halfway stripped them off and had to like grab the closest like pair of like leggings that I could find so I could run to the bathroom without scaring the kids, because I lost my drawers while I was sleeping. Kind of like that was like my selfie look, and of course my hair sticks up all over the place. So I was really scared about, I was feeling rejected, like, oh, this person didn't like me after they found out more about me, but they never met me in person. And then number 2, I felt like that this person would be like, I don't know how to say it, that this person would be like, you don't know, some of these guys might not want to hook up because they might have erectile dysfunction, by the way. But some of those people, you watch those cop shows, learn about that stuff in med school, they can use objects and control and power you because they have an issue down there. God. Please, guys, I will let you know what happens.